apologies about the light. I need to try and see if there's like a way I can sort that out, because that is quite. I can see that being quite tough. Um, Maybe if I try and sit a little bit more forward, that helps. Anyway, welcome back to another stream. We have a gig announcement, and I'm excited to announce this one. It's been a long time coming since I first got asked about this booking, and now the thing is finally here. You know, where we kind of share the flyer and stuff, and things get a little bit more exciting. So I'm happy to announce to all of you that I have been invited to the experience for the second time to play at their first birthday. And what an event this is going to be. Like, there is literally, there's going out and then there is going out. And they have gone all out on this event. This is a really, really strong lineup, and it's a really, really good way to celebrate like a first birthday. And I feel like sort of just over the past year, I kind of feel like Hull has really taken kind of a little bit of a step in kind of like a good direction for like events and raves. Like last year, we had a really big courtyard party with, you know, like Friday Night Posse and Andy Whitby. And then we've had like the other experience events, and then we've had the Humber Vibes, and now we've got Utopia. There's a techno event that is launching at the Piper nightclub, and it just feels really good. It feels like people have stepped in, and they're putting these absolutely banging nights on. And the nights are different, you know, like these experience nights are bringing some really good names over to Hull that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see on like other lineups that Hull events have been putting on. And it's not just, there's a real good variety in different people that are, you know, coming and sort of playing this event, especially this first birthday. There's loads of names that, you know, I see on lineups and flyers outside of Hull. Like, you know, they go to the Doncaster warehouse, or, you know, they play in, you know, in places like Leeds, and they go, you know, go over to Wales, or, you know, they play in the northeast. But they don't come over to Hull. And now they are, and you know, and Hull is kind of finally kind of putting these bigger, you know, big sort of outdoor indoor parties on for our kind of rave music, and you know, not just a little upstairs room. And it feels really good, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so honoured to be a part of this, and really excited. So the event is taking place on the 21st of September. So I know, like, we're still in April, so it's a fair way off yet. It's a good 4 or 5 months off yet. So you know, obviously, you know, it's a little bit, you know, in the distance, but I'm still nevertheless looking forward to it. So the lineup, there's many people on the lineup. I'll just list off a couple of names to mention. So we've got Rose, we've got 8 Ball, we've got Nico, we have. Do you know, the lineup is so big? There's Butcher Ben, we've got John Hemming, we have got Anne Savage is headlining the courtyard, which is going to be really good. There's a big headliner for the main room as well. And basically, there's just a massive lineup. There's loads of MCs as well. So there's Nats, there's ELL, there's Doma, there's Crazy T from the northeast. I'm going back to back with New Vibe in the courtyard. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be playing a hardcore set, which is going to be going off. So I'm looking forward to playing a courtyard set. And you know, what can I say? Who is this person? Sort your trim out. No. I mean, I will cut it at some point, but man works. So when I have time to go to the barbers, which will probably be towards the end of this week, ready for the gig on Sunday, I'll probably go and get it cut. Weird ears. Show us your ears. I don't do gigs. I beg to differ. I beg to differ on whether I do gigs or not. I'm pretty sure if you go and search on this channel, you will see thumbnails of flyers with my name on it, and you'll see video footage of me at gigs where I've either been DJing or MCing. So, what's going on, fella? Big shout to Graham. Hope you're well. And apparently, yeah, you are now unfortunately leaving this live. So have a good day. Go and harass somebody else and call them names. So and apparently I dress up like Barney the dinosaur. If this is what Barney the dinosaur looks like, then you need to have a rethink about your time watching children's television. Where hide the user from the channel. Goodbye. Yeah, sorry about that. I just thought I'd see what else that person had to say. I've been dealing with hate for a good 9 years now. Someone telling me I look like Barney the dinosaur is far from upsetting me. You know, I mean, like I've been called a lot of things during my life. You know, I mean, I was bullied at school, and you know, being told I look like Barney the dinosaur is far from anything insulting or offensive. So that person has gone. But big up to Graham. So yeah, so the 21st of September, we are hitting the Old School House and Courtyard in Hull. We're playing the Experience. So you might remember the Experience on this channel. They booked me last minute last year to play their Christmas event. Due to a DJ pulling out, they kind of booked me last minute, and I'm now there doing their next one, their birthday event. Yeah, big shout to D Sean. What you saying? What's happening, bro? So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm B2B in the Courtyard. I'm playing some hardcore. So I'm looking forward to spinning some hardcore, and it's gonna be a shed load of fun. So I'm a DJ. What type of music? So I DJ a bit of anything. So my main, like, what I DJ the most, I play like UK bounce. So I play like bounce and donk. But like, I mix hardcore. I play house music. I play trance music. I play clubland. I do a bit of anything. The only sort of genres I don't really DJ is like techno and drum and bass. And I don't do like real heavy hard style or anything like that. I don't mind it. Like, I enjoy listening to it. But yeah. So I'm trying to ask a girl, like, how do I ask her out? Um, Well, I'm single, so I don't think I'm the right person to really give that sort of advice to you, really. But I guess like what you can do. is just find out, like, you know, whether she likes you, kind of thing. You know, I guess in some sense build a little bit of a friendship first, but give her a few little hints that you know that you know, not like full hints, but give her like a little bit of you know, just a few little where she might think like, you know, I think he likes me, but I'm not sure, and find out, you know, from there. But you know, I'm hardly the person, you know, to really offer advice, considering, you know, I'm single. Let there be house, let there be house. Yes, definitely. I was brought up on house music all my life. That was kind of what you know, got me kind of like into music from a young age. My parents, they were big, you know, they were big into their house, the trance, their hard house as well. I love a bit of hard house. So, yeah, tidy tracks. I love tidy tracks. God, well, you got me going now, haven't you? Let me see if I can. Oh, that is a tune. Let me. Oh, and that as well. You've really got me going now, haven't you? Oh man. Yeah, this just isn't working out, is it? Um, I've got some I've got some tidy tracks. Give me a second. Ah, one just fell out of its sleeve. You know, when I don't want to find tidy tracks in my vinyl collection, like I do nothing but find them. And now I'm actually looking for them. And bearing in mind, like I have a good fair few of them as well. So I'm kind of like wondering where they all actually are, but they're in my list. You know, they're in my pile somewhere. But there is quite a. Okay, well, it weirdly appears that I am actually lacking in tidy tracks. That is really strange. Ah, here we are. Ah, here we are. Ah, now this is just a few that I own on vinyl. I own a lot more. I have a big collection, but we've got Tidy, so we've got yeah, we've got Technology, so from Stimulator, and then we also have Tidy 2. So we've got Ben K versus Deep Rose and Thompson. I'm your DJ. We've got another Tidy 2, so DJ Zagros and Pacific with Shine. And then we've also got this one, so the Governor with Busted and Dynamite. And we've also got Lee Pashk. And then there is a Tidy Tracks here, which is which is John the Dentist and Ollie Jane with Imagination. So good few little tidy tracks there, but I've got like way more. So yeah, proper oldies. But I've got trance stuff as well. So I've got like Watergate, Heart of Asia. I've got loads of the old like Ministry of Sound stuff. So like I've even got like Eric Prydz Call on Me, the original. But this sadly is a little bit warped, so I need a new copy of it actually. But yeah, I've got loads of golden oldies of like old dance tunes. Am I gonna pre-order Grand Theft Auto 6? Probably not. Now, I am like a huge mega fan of Grand Theft Auto series. Don't get me wrong. Um, but I don't have like a PS5 or a Xbox Series X or anything like that. I don't have the newer generation consoles. Um, and I'm not buying a console that I'm gonna hardly ever play just for the sake of one game. So you know, if I ever have a need to get the like a PS5 or something, then I'll get a PS5 and get the game. But at the moment, like while the game's like still over a year away from actually even coming out, and that's if they don't delay it. I just don't. For me, I do that much other stuff like music production, DJing. I work a lot. It'd just be sort of I just don't see the point in spending all that money to get a PS5. That like I've got a PS4 and I play it once in a blue moon. Like I played it today and that was the first time I've switched it on for a couple of weeks. So I'm not playing them all the time, and I think it'd just be a waste of money. So it's understandable. Yeah, it would be a waste of money for me. Dark and bouncy music for me. I like my dark. I like my bouncy. I love my donk. That's what I produce. So that's what I'm kind of doing at the moment, producing some bounce slammers and doing some other bits and bobs as well. But yeah, so true that, mate. Well, it is for me. I mean, if I played PlayStations all the time and I bought loads of games, then yeah, by all means I'd buy it. But for me, the PS5, there isn't that many good games on it. I still feel like it's been out a couple of years now, but I still feel like there's just not enough games, and even the PS4, like there's only really like limited amount of games that I'd play on it. Because I'm very like when it comes to video games, I like video games, but I'm not a massive video games fan. So I don't play loads of video games. I don't like go completing loads of missions. I don't try and platinum games and do all the side missions because I'm not really asked. Like I like fun games where you can mess around. I like games where you can do what you want to do. So like I was always a big fan of Minecraft back in the day because you could build whatever the hell you wanted to build. So um you know so that was always kind of my game because you just opened the world and you built what you wanted to build, and you didn't have to follow a specific objective. And I've always liked Grand Theft Autos because you could rampage and you could just drive around like the big world and big cities and you could just have fun. Whereas I did complete the story for it, but like I'm not into like all like some people sit there for hours and play like Skyrims and Halos and all these other like medieval games and stuff like that. And Watch Dogs, I played Watch Dogs 1. I briefly played it. It looked all right when it kind of when it first trailered. And I remember my dad at the time was like, "Oh, this new Watchdog game looks all right. It's a bit like Grand Theft Auto. You might like it." I didn't like the driving on it. I just thought the driving just felt really, really, really cheap and unrealistic, and everything just felt a little bit too everything just felt a little bit too bright in the game, and everything just kind of felt a bit too. I know, like it was supposed to be a sense of like hacking things and stuff, but it just didn't. To me, it just looked a little bit too bright. It didn't really look as realistic. That brightness kind of took it away. The driving, I just didn't think it was that good. And then number two looked a lot better graphically wise, but then again, the sort of the driving was just not that good. The Watch Dogs, where it had gone to San Francisco, I think. But yeah, and then there's that new one, isn't there, where it went to like a futuristic London. And that looks all right, but even again, I don't think the driving is all there really. So I didn't mind it, but I didn't love it. And then there was another game. A game I always liked was actually Sleeping Dogs. That was I really liked the fighting physics in that. I love the fact that you could slam car doors on people's heads. You could put people in the boot of your car, and it felt really good, that game. The driving again wasn't the best, but it was to an extent kind of like a fun game. I always enjoyed that. I had it on the PS3, and then when I got a PS4, I got it on the PS4. But I don't think they make games like they used to make them. So my era of growing up was the PS2 and the PS3. And when I was very little, I did have the PS1. Like I remember the PS1. I don't greatly remember it, but I had it. And I remember playing like Toy Story 2. I remember playing. There was another Toy Story game I played on there as well. So I do vaguely remember having it. But PS2, PS3, that was like my era. And PS2 had some great games. The Getaway. That was one of them. And the Getaway, Black Monday, absolutely amazing game series. It was a shame that they never finished number three. Um, Although number three, I thought didn't really like. There was kind of like um, oh god, there was like a trailer that come out for number three, and at the time people wasn't sure if it was just like a leak, like a fake trailer, but it was actually the real thing. And when I looked at it, like it looked a bit better graphically wise, but like the vehicles didn't look as if they'd changed. And in the trailer there was about 100 Vauxhall Astras that were just in the one trailer, and then the buses were still the Route Masters. And I just thought, like, I think the days of Route Masters are over now. Or update the buses. We've got different cars now. Even back then, like 2008, 2009, there was some different cars, and it just looked like it was the same cars that were in Black Monday. And then the map just didn't really look too much different, like it had really received a lot of upgrades. But it was like an early trailer, I think, so it probably would have like changed a lot if they'd have carried on with the game. But it's a shame. um, have you ever played the Red Dead Redemption? So when the first one came out, I rented it from Blockbusters, and I don't remember too much about it. Although I remember getting arrested and getting locked up in a cell. And I think you could pay to get out or something like that. And I remember riding horses, and that was about it. Like I think I just sort of, it was one of them, like you could rent the game for 7 days. So I rented it just to see what the fuss was all about. And that was it really. That was it. I just rented it to see what the fuss was all about, and played it for a bit. And then I just thought, like medieval and horses and cowboy times, not really my thing. Same with movies. I don't really like, sort of like medieval or like cowboy movies, or going back to the Western days. Just not really my thing. So, but yeah. But yeah, I only briefly played it for like 7 days, and I thought it's an all right game. It's quite fun. I don't even think I even attempted any missions, and I just did, So, hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you. Um, God, Stewie Red. Oh my days, man. Oh, what a throwback. That is mental. I do remember Stewie Red. Wow, you've given me a throwback. I love medieval and cowboy time. Yeah, it just wasn't really my thing. Stewie Red, bro, how are you doing? And Jesus Christ, we go back, don't we? Um, Jesus Christ, you have like proper given me a throwback there, Stewie Red. Do you still play? Do you still play Minecraft? That's what I want to know. Are you still playing Minecraft? Oh God, if you are, like, that is totally cool. And I'll be honest, I still go on it from time to time. I hardly ever, but like now and again, I'll get the urge and I'll go and look back at the old maps, just reminiscing. Build the odd thing if I feel like, you know what, I haven't built anything in ages, so I'm just gonna build something, and I'll like half build something and get bored, and then I won't play it again for another 2 months. But yeah, another good game I really liked. So, oh, you still hop on here and there. That's wicked. Yeah, another game I really liked was a game called Thrillville. It was a theme park game, and essentially you got given the opportunity of running this theme park. But it was really cool. It was real cartoony. It was good. Yeah, we actually did make crazy cities. Um, my memory, I've got to be honest with you, it's not totally all together there. But do you remember a guy called Ant who used to also build cities as well? I'm kind of thinking you might remember him, but he was a big part of building some of our city worlds. Um, and if you did know him, then unfortunately he passed away about 3-4 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I found out about 3 weeks ago that unfortunately he'd passed away. So yeah, but I couldn't remember because I kind of had like two eras of building cities, and I kind of had like what I call the old era and what I call the new era. And the old era, I used to play with some guy from America, Mr. Euphonium, and I used to play with some other people, and then that all kind of changed, and then the newer time was when I played with people like Ant and Steve Games and Ben and CJ. But yeah, we're losing people too soon, bro. We are. We definitely are. It was a shock. It was a shock. I was at a gig and I'd just done like a really productive, positive DJ set. So Oh, you still talk to Euphonium? Oh man, do you know what? I haven't spoken to him in ages. I mean, does he still play Minecraft? Because he was really good at building cities. He was really good. Like, I rated that guy so much. He was a big inspiration for me back then as well. Building stuff. Building cities and stuff. So yeah. Um, what do you mean by pure blood? Quite curious. What do you mean by pure blood? And I am going to also cut from this stream in a minute. Are you a pure blood? Yeah, I don't know what you mean. But yeah, I'm gonna cut off this in a minute because I've got work in the morning. You see, I just come on to announce the gig. Because people can watch these streams after, so I do them like whether people join or not. Mainly because I can't be asked um, because I can't be asked to make videos and then upload them. So I think he finally got into Minecraft. I started playing again this year a little. Oh, buzzing, man. You've earned a new subscriber. Oh, buzzing, man. Any pets? Um, no, I don't actually. My mum got a couple of cats. I used to live with my mum. But you know, I won't go into it. But we had to move. You know, we got evicted from where we was living. And I went into a shared house. My mum went to stay with a friend, and he kind of like he was looking after the cats for her, and I wasn't allowed pets at the shared place, so I had to kind of, I had to kind of, you know, leave the cats at my mum's friends. So he means have you taken? Oh, it means have I taken the? Oh right, no, I haven't. If taken the vaccine, no. Good to see you doing good in DJ, and I remember being younger and you told me you DJ. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. The DJing is doing well for itself. It's doing really good. So I'm quite happy. But no, I didn't take the vaccine, and nor would I. Um, Although don't tell my grandparents. Hopefully they never see this stream. Um, but yeah, they was kind of all for me taking it. They wanted me to take it, and they were hounding me to take it, and I wasn't gonna take it, and I had no intentions of taking it. So I just told them in the end. I just told them a white lie that I'd taken the vaccine when I hadn't. There's a lot of stuff that believes it because I used to live with them, you see. And then I moved to Hull when the music was taking off for me a little bit better. But there's a lot of things that they don't know, like how I've changed and like the way I view things and the way I see things. And I've changed a lot in that sense, and they don't always know because I always dumb it down to them when I go and see them, like. But you know, I'm completely different and I see things a lot differently. So yeah, I wouldn't get the vaccine. But if I told them that, like they wouldn't be too pleased at all. They'd actually be quite angry if because they were so, they believed in taking it and they believed in all the COVID stuff, and no, I didn't. I saw right through it, but unfortunately, they were sucked in by the BBC News, so um, you know they believe what the BBC tells them. TV, television tells lies to your vision. And yeah, the government and everything is all corrupted. The army's corrupted. I mean, think about the army. There's people that go out into the army. I ain't gonna go too much into it because I know like channels and videos can get taken down. But people that go into the army, so we go into the army, and we're told to go to other countries and kill people. Yet if we go out on the street and shoot somebody, we get arrested for it, and we go down and we do time for it. But we go in the army and we wear a uniform. We're told that we're allowed to go to Afghanistan and blow somebody up, and whether the UK's got beef with that country or not, that man has still got that man has still probably got a wife and kids, and Darren, who thinks he's out there and he's protecting his country and he's on his front line, he's just blown that guy up and taken that kid's dad away from him, you know. And half of the time, it's like the governments and it's the higher up people that have the beef, um, with each other, and then they go and bomb like each other's countries, and then it's all the civilians that never wanted any of this. Like for example, like going back to like Ukraine and Russia, it wasn't that normal resident who lives in Ukraine that had beef with Russia. It was the higher up people, and then it was their towns that got bombed and their people that got hurt. So, do you know what I mean? Thou shalt not kill unless the government gives you inform and the paycheck. Yeah, but you shouldn't do it full stop. And why should the government allow it to happen? I just think the whole army's corrupted. But am I Irish? Nope. I am. I'm Yorkshire. I don't say tree instead of free. It's a joke. I'd never. Well, I mean, years ago, I'll be honest. I joined the cadets. I got told it'd be something quite fun to do, and this was before I suppose I was woke, if you like. I wasn't in the cadets for long because I just personally didn't enjoy it. And even if I suppose I wasn't woke, I would have probably never gone in the army anyway because it wasn't my thing. Like I just wasn't built for it. Like national service, some people say like bring the national service back, but like the whole thing's corrupt. So, but yeah, like life in itself is a joke. We're going into a cashless society. More you go to more and more places now, and you can't, you have to pay online or you have to pay, with your card, and places aren't accepting cash anymore, um, you know, and then when you do go to a place that's cash only, you struggle because you're not used to using your card, and you know what I mean. But yeah, the cashless society is upcoming, and they're gonna put every benefit under one benefit. So there will be no like you'll just claim one benefit, you'll just claim one wage, and everything will just be all you know the cashless will go. We'll have no cash, we'll have no need to use cash. And then if you think about it, like with the shops, like look at shops. So like back in the day, you'd have all these different little independent shops. So you'd have like, you'd go to the pet shop and you'd get your pet food. You'd go to the pharmacy and you'd get your medication. You'd go to like your fruit and veg shop and you'd get your fruit and veg. And then what happened? Well, they brought places like Tesco's in. You don't need to go to the fruit and veg shop anymore because you can get it all under this one big shop. You don't need to go to the pet shop anymore because you can go to the big Tesco's and you can get your pet food there. And then what did they do? Well, you don't need to go to a pharmacy anymore because Tesco's will have their own pharmacy inside. And slowly you become under this one big, you know, you come under this one big roof where you can just get everything under one roof, and then also like cafes and stuff. Well, why go to these little independent cafes when you can go and eat at the big Weatherspoons chains? And then why go and eat at the big sort of like Weatherspoons chains when you can go to like Big Mackies and all these takeaways and stuff like that. It's just the way, yeah. 15-minute zones, yeah. 15-minute zones, yeah. Yeah, 15-minute zones are coming. Um, restricted where you're restricted to your areas. That's apparently coming as well. People aren't ready for it, are they? That's the mad thing. And the mad thing is like things that people said, oh yeah, bullshit, this will never happen years ago. It's now actually happened. But yet us people that are supposedly woke, like us troovers, whatever you want to call it, like we're made out to be the mad ones, and everybody who watches BBC News and follows what the government says and does this and does that, they're the normal sane ones, and it's us, we're the mental ones, we're the mad ones. But unfortunately, so I suppose Europe will experience it before America does. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I don't go too deep into it because if you go too deep into it, like it can actually make you depressed. Like I've got a friend, and he goes on TikTok and his TikTok's just full of truthing videos, and I think yeah, it's good to kind of see what's happening and find stuff out. But if you're just seeing it all the time, it'll make you depressed, and that's not me. You know, I'm a happy person, or at least I like to be a happy person. But anyway, I am going to cut this one here. So make sure to like, comment, share. 21st of September, the Old Schoolhouse and Courtyard. I'm B2B with DJ New Vibe. We're in the courtyard. We're playing hardcore. We're smashing it out. Let's do it. Let's go. I'll be back with some more streams when I've got more things to say, more things to announce, more things to do. We'll see you then.